actually here is to hear our poets. Our first poet is Miss Rebecca Martin. Becca is a first-time performer and a sophomore, and she's performing her poem, Imagination Train. Please welcome Becca to the stage.
All aboard the imagination train. Let's take a ride on the imagination train, where every blind eye will see clearly and all minds will wander fearlessly. This is the place the shy ones are no longer cowardly and the quiet speak loudly. I missed that part. You're on the imagination train. You can fill the water with your footprint, and you can give the clueless a hint. And the paralyzed will give a helping hand, and the deaf will laugh at your jokes. And the abused will no longer feel the death chokes. It's safe to play, so stay a while on the imagination train.
Thank you, Becca. Our next poet is senior Axel Cruz. His second performance of the day, but first time performing in front of anybody. I'm sorry, I messed that up. Rufus Ray. Sorry. Rufus Ray is a first-time performer. RJ is a junior performing Racism, Discrimination, and I apologize. Come on, Rufus.
There is only one human race, no matter what form or face. Whether you are white or black, you shouldn't discriminate or attack. Harassment and brutality, all because of my personality. Discrimination we all possess to separate what's bad from best. I am who I am, and no one should judge me.
Thank you, Rufus. Axel Cruz is a senior performing Broken Frame. Please welcome up Axel Valentin Cruz.
Every day that I wake up, I know that I'm not good enough for you. I'll never live up to your expectations. Yeah, I know this too. You act like I don't even try, when deep down inside you know I do. So I'ma just live here in the moment, take a deep breath, walk right on through. Through this life I was forced to live. Trying to fit the small frame to your picture, but the frame I need is so much bigger. And when I get to that frame that I see, I'ma hang it up somewhere high, hard to reach. People have to jump to get onto my level. That you better believe. You don't want to see it how I do, though. To you, I'm just that picture frame that broke. To you, it can't ever be fixed. Your dream of what you wanted to see, what you wanted me to be. But personally, I just want to make my own decisions. And to me, I was never even broken. You see, you already made your life, and now I have mine. I'm doing my best. Just give it some time.
Thank you, Axel. Ashley Edison is performing Head Not Tail. She is a sophomore and a first-time slam poet. Everyone welcome Ashley to the stage.
Mama says be the head, not the tail. In life there seems to be two questions that my generation asks themselves. One, what is everyone doing? Two, how can I try to be like them? You see, if we as a world would be creative and wondrous in our own ways and accept each other's flaws and mistakes, then we could all aspire to great wonders we never thought we could reach. However, if we sit back and be the tail and ask not how can I be like them, but how can I achieve greater than them, then we would be ahead of the pack. And in being ahead, we will not only push ourselves, but in doing so, we will be shifting the people around us and making them want to achieve higher than us. So next time you see someone copying someone else, ask them, why not be the head and not the tail? No matter if you pick heads or tails, it's still a quarter. But if you want to achieve higher than a quarter, then you have 50 cents or $1. Then you will be ahead of the society's mind and getting more than what you see or are looking at.
Thank you, Ashley. And just a reminder, you can snap while they are performing, okay? I heard a couple of you try and then fade out. You can snap when they are performing as well as after. Okay, Ethan Young Fox Waldock is a seasoned performer, but a first-time performer on our IHS Slam stage. He is performing his poem, Decisions. Please welcome Ethan Young Fox to the stage.
All right, so I have a question. What are we doing here today? We're slamming with poems. Life's about choices. We ain't fresh because we wrote them. And we spent some time hoping. We compete and not blowing through the competition because it's all this wishing for something in the distance. But what's the point of winning? We're just writing to write, right? That's writing to write. We memorize to recite, and then we're dumping our lines, but are we spilling our minds or rather filling the time? Yo, let's talk just a minute. I'm Young Fox, and you see that I've been this like I stepped on a scene. Well, what's that really mean? What's the difference between a crew, a squad, a team? Is it the choice of your words or the way you were heard? Is it the grace of a dove or the flight of a bird? Some choices we make are just like carving in stone, just like the words that we say and how they cut to the bone. It's funny. But remember, nuance your decisions, though, because your passion is a fire. And you're really not alone. Neither your friends nor your fam really know where it goes. When we're taking the shows, we're taking festering blows, where the schism erodes what we think. That's all in the diction, the choice of your words, because we want them to listen. We all want to be heard. It's absurd. It's a struggle. We compete for the stage, so I can tell you how I feel with my passion untamed. Don't trip. If life is a game, then I quit. Torch lit. I'm done jumping through hoops. I'm done running through checklists. It's for your inspiration. Hope you're taking it in. I'm doing all that I can. It's why I'm taking a stand. I won't sit. I put my life on the reel. There's no tricks. Expose the way that I feel with no frisk. And like I'm piercing the veil, I'm not sick. It's draining life from my soul. It's a tick, no clock. I'm screaming time isn't real. Like his life isn't real. We don't stop. We're made to sprint in this life and we can't walk. So we miss all the beauty. We can't look, stop, stare. It's not fair. Let's start. Deciding with discretion while discerning the wisdom of analytical lessons. It's our goal. To start breaking this cycle. We've been in for a while. It's got to set like a tile. That's our trial. And we could break out this system. Voice their pain if you listen. Hear the hate that you're spitting. How it leads to the prisons where they sacrifice wisdom for some profit through tension. It's that schism. And while you can't redo the past or promise tomorrow, I swear it's always today, but I'm through. So if you feel a shout, let's start new. Young Fox, yo.
Thank you, Ethan. Jesse Reyes is a junior. This is his second time performing. However, he took a break last year, so he's coming back to wow us with I Feel. Welcome Jesse Reyes to the stage, please.
I feel. When you say something you know isn't true, you spit poison, hurt feelings, bruises black and blue. I don't care. I'm done. I'm afraid to let these feelings run. I feel. It's madness every time to say that everything's fine. No, I just can't let things go. My weakness won't show, but I want you to know. I feel every regret. I feel the weight of what I've said, and I know you can't forget. These thoughts can't escape my head. I feel. Y la fuerza con lo siento, contento no lo pongo cuando el vínculo se rompió, te lo dije, pero suerte no lo viste, solo aprende, lo siento, I feel. These days I contemplate, should I feel hate or bitter disdain? For your forgiveness I wane. How do I relieve this pain? I feel. This time I'll be okay, I'm better now. I've changed. I know things won't be the same, but I'm ready now. Please take me back, let's make a new vow. I feel. I'll make the wounds heal. I feel. From the darkness I'll shield. When you call, I'll yield. I feel.
Thank you, Jesse. Jada Perez is a junior and is also also a first-time slam poet. She's performing her poem, We Shall Be Equal, right?
What's right is right, what's wrong is wrong. Discrimination does not belong. Because I am brown does not mean you can judge. I am not a person to hold a grudge. Feeling down and out, all because my appearances are being judged. Short, tall, brown, or white, we shall all be equal, right?
Thank you, Jada. Alex Hackney is a senior but a first-time performer. Alex is sharing his poem, Who Am I? Please welcome Alex Hackney to the stage.
My father said I could be anything I want to be, and it's up to me to turn my daydreams into realities, and typically, I just go with the flow as I paddle streams. But now my passion burns like calories for my purpose in this thing called life. What position do I play? I'm on a mission every day to decipher what kind of life I should lead. Should I lead? Should I follow? Am I filled or am I hollow? I need water because this life has been a tough pill to swallow. Although that begs the question, who am I? No, seriously, who am I? I have come to a conclusion. I need answers, but all I have is options. And my heart is always shopping for new identities that need adopting. Because I've been the outcast, I've been the jock, I've been the straight shooter, I've run from cops. I feel like an actor, but in this scene, they took away the props. I have nothing to hide behind. And here I stand exposed, like tan lines, left with the question, who am I? 3 simple words to plan my time, and they're vital. My mind's on standby, my soul's still idle. Titles describe content, and I've been a book without a cover. I've asked my father and my mother for some assistance or some other kind of help. I'm feeling smothered by the media. It hovers what I want in front of me. Another, and another. I've discovered nothing. Who am I? Everything I planned to be hasn't worked out. Insanity. Webster can't define me. You're looking at a jack of all trades, wearing a mask of all shapes, ready to act with no shame. It seems my possibilities are endless. I could be someone to follow, or someone hardly worth a mention, like Twitter. I'm bitter because my friends are trendsetters and dress better than me. I'm not trendy, am I? But I could change, and spend my change in dollar bills on fancy things and swallow pills, like my friends do. I don't do drugs, but I love to pretend to. I mean, it's hard to turn down what they lend you, what they send you. Weekends tend to be a curious set of days. Friday and Saturday I do it all, but by Sunday I'm ashamed of what I did. I'm on the fence and here I sit. I go to church sometimes, and each time I go I ask God to answer the question, who am I? Does he know? Does he care? Are you listening? Are you there? It only makes sense to ask the Maker why he made what he made. Since we all look different, our purposes can't all be the same. I am someone, an individual, who's mostly confused and partially spiritual, looking to answer this question, praying the Maker will respond, hoping society will quiet down so I can listen.
Thank you, Alex. Ryan Price is a senior at IHS. He's a first-time performer performing his poem, I Know. Please welcome Ryan Price.
I know everyone has problems, but some people don't even realize that their words and their actions, they impact people on a deeper level than they could ever imagine. And I know everyone has a purpose, but they can't see it because they're too busy struggling with surviving instead of figuring out what they're good at, what they're passionate for. And I know life's well, you know that one too. I know how it feels to be abused and beaten by the people that you thought loved you. I know how bad breakups hurt. I know how it feels to be called cruel names like bastard, retard, prick. It's like my father calls me these names so he can remind me that I lost my father. Well, I don't need to be reminded because I know. I know how it feels to move from house to house and not know if you're going to be able to eat at night. I know about the cuts and the burns and the nights you cry yourself to sleep because you don't feel like yourself. I know about those nights. I know about them all too well. I know about faking a smile so people don't ask you if you're okay, because if they do, then you just burst into tears. And I know how panic attacks feel and feeling depressed and lonely and scared. I know how it feels to consider yourself useless, like you don't mean to say anything to anybody. No one wants you. I know how life is so hard that you just want to give up. My father took his own life, and I want to take mine before too. But I know because I know you shouldn't give up, because if you give up, then there's no way for it to get better. I know that life comes with frowns and tears, but they come with joy and happiness as well. If you knew what I know, then you would know that people love and care about you more than you could ever know. I know how it feels at the bottom of the sea where it's dark and it's cold and it's silent and it's lonely. But I know how it feels on Earth too. It's sunny and it's warm and the landscapes are beautiful. And I'm not just talking about the women. The music is lively, and I'm not saying it's always going to be easy or it's going to be simple or fair. But it'll get better. I know.
Thank you, Ryan. Our next performer is a 9th grader and, of course, a first-time performer in our Poetry Slam. Liliana Moon Song is sharing her poem, What is True Insanity? Please welcome Liliana to the stage.
'Time ticks so slow, and I allow a soft groan. In this dark room with nothing to see but the moon. My dreamscapes twisted, snapped, and shattered, and I promise you all I'm as mad as a hatter. But I lay there and think, and the realization begins to sink. What is true insanity? Is it something you can see? Is it something you can breathe? Am I what you consider mad? Or maybe I'm just sad. Oh, now don't feel bad. I think and I think of someone who shared this link. There once was a girl, gorgeous, funny, cute little curls. But she was bullied every day by the people called her classmates. She snapped and fought back and found herself in the Baker Act. I once knew a boy, he was always filled with joy. But one day his sister was killed, and with depression he was filled. Now we're separated by nailed doors because he was sent to a psychiatric ward. What is true insanity? Well, it's her, him, you, and me. Deny the truth as much as you like, but I promise you we're very much alike. Forget society's fake little rules, raise up your fist and scream the news. We're all a little mad, a little sad, a little bad. We don't deserve the punishment of being who we were meant. Everyone has true insanity, so forget the normal things and breathe.
Thank you, Liliana. Our next performer is Sarah Curts, performing as Cool Kid. This is her 3rd year performing at our Poetry Slam. Please welcome Cool Kid to perform Limit.
You feel nothing. Numb to the world, you suffer. Caps busting, ears ringing and buzzing. Deceived through a concussion. You fell for lies and you accepted it. End of discussion. Game crazy. Game had you blushing, fussing, arguing and cussing. Really wish we could get back to the loving the way you touching. Back to the, ooh, I want you, I'm lusting. But ooh, I don't need you, I'm running. Love the game, but your game I ain't trusting. Physical, lyrical, I'm crushing. Come on, you coming? Man, chill, bro, you bugging. When Cool walk in, I'm stunting. Man, it's getting hot in here. Somebody cut off the oven. Tell me why you think like that. Can you calculate my rhymes? Can you calculate the time that you thought like that? Cause you know me, I'm cool, I'm slick back. All these smooth rats on me can't roll with the punches, 4 flats. But I'm head up, I'm kick back, relax. Put my feet up on an old school Cadillac. Tote with lumberjack, young sandwich slab, get your patty whack. Can't trust nobody walking around slipping and slapping like he don't pay no tax, no woe. Where did time go? Let this ambition flow. Beautiful minds is taking control. Do you catch my drift? The wind when it blows. Feed my shooters once opportunity grows. Smart my slow. This is something I want in and out of my soul. I battle it by the poetry code. I'm just trying to make all this money and send it at home, yeah. RNS like real life. If you gonna pull it, boy, you better think twice. Spotting like you real life. You got a GPS to the G life. Get caught fishing, get caught with the fillet knife. And I'm like, ooh, kill him, ooh, kill him, ooh. You chose this life now, you don't know what to do. Hesitation kills, now they coming for you. Bad boy, I heard they coming for you. Yeah, checkmate. You been checked like an update. If real ancient language, then I can't translate. Cocaine told me get money and be great. Entering effort, pulling out bread like a sweepstake. Please take sleep late, wait bake. Why do we do all these things with time that we can't replace? Think twice for the first time might be a mistake. And I'm like, poetic justice. I said poetic justice. If I told you through on blue that it still don't make you bloodless, I'm like whipping in that old cutlass, looking for some ruckus. They want war, but they don't talk about them muskets. And they want war, but they ain't kick your bomb like Coastal Douglas. And these kicks I got on ain't nothing less than custom. I'm like poetic justice. I said poetic justice. And if it ain't come from my mouth, then homie, I wouldn't trust it. Let's go. Answer this question. Speak on your aggression, but how am I supposed to speak when no one listens to my confession? Don't teach me morals if you don't know the lessons. Compression, inside a compressed depression. Do good so I'll get a blessing. Listen to this rap session. Practice what you preach, but your preaching ain't progressing. All of these expressions, hard to swallow the system of ingestion. So we feed into the concession of, is this my destiny? Did I make the impression? If this is my profession, it will be an obsession. I will be a succession. Freshen those thoughts, mind in possession. Can I make a suggestion? Be the freshman, don't leave at 11. Show affection or they will go in the wrong direction. Chest pains, heartache, headache, blood pains. Why do I get these chest pains? Have I reached my limit? I got one number to call, ring them digits. I despise the lie, live it. I'm not right, left, I pivot. Don't make me choose, don't make me decide my decision. It's still ringing, the repetition of the rivet. Hard to trust when the snake's still slitting. No games, no gimmick. All my team committed, cut the beat, then clip it. Walk through black Tims in the fitted. Bring that back, rerun. Shoot threats with a Gatling gun. Victory sweet like honey bun. Love me like your favorite son. Click the beat until it's done. Jay said I got 99 problems, but I said poems ain't one. Live like it's your last days, not too fast paced. Get money, but don't trust money because money will go as always. My mind is in a maze. You make me completely amazed. You got a lot of looks, but not much to say. Be true to yourself at the end of the day. You deserve a bouquet. I dance through rhymes like a ballet. Keep it 100 and never betray. Shine bright like the sky, not a ash gray. Never cliche. Fly away into the sun, mockingbirds and the blue jays.
Even I don't know how to play this. Okay. Our next performer is Caitlyn Kchek. She is a senior and a returning performer. She is performing her poem, Reminiscence. Please welcome Caitlyn to the stage.
We must tell the stories. We have need of a soothing story to banish the disturbing thoughts of the day. We must tell true stories. Even in the future, the stories will begin with once upon a time. We must tell them, for if we don't, then who will? Anything worth having is worth working for. If we tell the stories, then we'll be all right. Some people live more in 20 years than others do in 80. It's not the time that matters, it's the person. But we must share the stories. We live and breathe words. It was books that made me feel that perhaps I was not completely alone. Even in the stories that may not be true, there are true things in them. And I came to believe that good and evil are names for what people do, not for what they are. People are too complicated to have simple labels. There are creatures that are captured in paper and ink. He's like fire and ice and rage. He's like the night and the storm in the heart of the sun. There are worlds bound in black and white. If you were that old and that kind, and the very, very last of your kind, you couldn't stand there and watch children cry. There are universes ensnared in the bindings. There are so many ways to be brave in this world, and sometimes there's nothing more than a slow walk towards a better life. And that is the kind of brave that I must be now, waiting to be discovered. So she turned away from the world that they were born in as she walked into the sun. To take residence in your mind. I suppose a fire that burns that bright isn't meant to last. So you can tell the stories to others. Even if it means oblivion, friends, I'll welcome it because it won't be nothing. We'll be alive again, out there in the physical world, which was our home and always was. In stories, we find things. But it gradually seemed to me that I made myself believe something that wasn't true. We find ourselves. When death is all that waits for you, what's the point in trying to live? We find truth. We each have a purpose, and to realize it, we must reach beyond what we think we are capable of. We find new people and new emotions. I remember the first moment I looked at you, walking towards me, and I realized that somehow the rest of the world seemed to vanish when I was with you. We find new things to believe in. Povis dadum versumus. I believe that we are dust and shadows. What else is there? We learn how to love. You are my sun, my moon, and my stars. Without you, I have no reason for being. Everything must have an ending, except my love for you. There are new beginnings, together or not at all. And the deaths of people that we will never forget. No, stay with me. We'll face this together. No, I don't think we will. But if we tell the stories, because I'm lost and I don't know the way, we will be stronger for it.
Okay, our final performer today is Matthew Malave. Matt is a senior and a first-time performer, and he's going to share his poem, I'm Fine. Please welcome Matt to the stage.
Some days I don't feel fine. My friends ask if I'm fine, and I reply that I'm fine, I'm okay, and I'm fine. But of course I'm not, and they know that. What should I do? Should I tell them I'm not fine? Tell them the whole reason why I'm not fine? Should I go into extreme detail? Tell them everything that's wrong? I probably should. I should tell them what's wrong. I should tell them the truth and tell them I'm scared. Scared of leaving and not seeing them again. Scared of... I'm afraid. I'm afraid of not being able to see them. I'm afraid of being alone. When I'm with them, I feel more alone than I am by myself. Sometimes I know what I should do, and I know what I'm going to do. The next time one of my friends asks if I'm fine, I'm going to tell them I'm fine.
Can we give one more very loud round to our performers, all of them? Our third place winner is Ethan Young Fox Waldock. Our second place finisher is Sarah Cool Kid Curts. And our third annual Ram Slam Poetry Slam grand prize winner is Ryan Price.